This is the Rolex Explorer 36 and I finally had a chance to spend some time with one of my grail watches. To my surprise, I discovered things about this watch that are not perfect. Do I still want this watch? Let's find out. In this video I will explore things that no one tells you about the Rolex Explorer 36. I hope this video will be helpful for those who are thinking of buying the model but haven't had a chance to check the watch out in the metal. The Explorer 36 is undeniably a great and iconic watch, but is it a perfect watch? I don't think so. Let me explain why. Rolex Explorer's old and new models have become a very popular watch choice for many people in the last 3 to 4 years. It wasn't always like that. I remember the time when Explorer was one of those secretly cool choices, mostly for watch nerds. Today, the Explorer enjoys a good life in the limelight. I tried the Rolex Explorer about 15 years ago for the first time. It was right before Rolex discontinued its classic 36mm model. As you may have guessed, I am talking about 11-42-70 reference models that were produced between 2001 and 2010. This reference was replaced later with the 39mm model, reference 2-14270. No one saw it coming when Rolex got rid of the Explorer 39 and brought back the updated 36 model. Well, today we have another addition to the Explorer family, the 40mm version, which was another big surprise from Rolex. So back to when I tried the Explorer 36 for the first time, it was like a revelation for me. I always liked smaller watches, but the Explorer felt so right and so comfortable on my wrist that it immediately became one of my favorite watches from Rolex. Since then, the model was always on my radar, but I never had a chance to buy one. So today, thanks to Ren from Wrist Time Co., I got this Explorer 36 for review. Ren generously gives me many different watches from Grand Seikos to Patek for review. Please give him a follow on Instagram as a thank you. While exploring this Rolex Explorer, I realized that despite the iconic status and the hype around the model, it has its flaws and issues. So here are important things to know for those who are not familiar with the Explorer 36 or those who are not used to small watches. The watch is small, it looks small and it fits small. It all depends on the point of view and the one's wrist size, of course, but it is undeniably small. I measured the watch with my digital calipers and it is 35.5mm in diameter. Even smaller than the stated 36. Now, if you like the Explorer design and you like small watches, no problem. This watch could be a perfect choice for you. The next important point, the watch is thick. I mean, it's not a thick watch on the paper, but when you take into consideration the case size, it's thick for such case size. The watch thickness is 11.5mm. With 35.5mm, the proportions are off. For example, the Tudor Black Bay 58 is 11.9mm thick, but with 39mm in diameter it is proportioned much better, especially considering that the Black Bay has a domed sapphire crystal and the Explorer comes with a flat one. Some of the thickness of the Explorer can be attributed to the usual Rolex extended back case, so depending on the wrist, it may wear slimmer or not. Another example is the Grand Seiko SBGX261, which I also reviewed on this channel. I think that the Grand Seiko with its 37mm case and 10mm thickness proportion much better compared to the modern Explorer 36. By the way, I have a feeling that the Rolex Explorer 40 with 11.6 thickness is also a better proportioned watch. It is worth trying both models before making a move. I am not saying that the Explorer 36 wouldn't wear nicely on a wrist. As a matter of fact, I do like how it is on mine quite a lot, but I think the thinner case would elevate the watch even more. The next point is the clasp. It is a modern and very well made clasp with a quick adjustment system, which is also not the best, by the way. But that's the next point. I think that the clasp is too large for the watch case proportion wise. It is thick and bulky. I love tapered bracelets, but on this model it tapers quite dramatically from 19mm at the lug to 14 at the clasp. I like it, but I read many complaints that it's too much for some people. Lastly, the quick adjustment system. The clasp comes with the Rolex Easylink extension system, which allows to increase the bracelet length by 5mm. Great that the watch has it. It's really helpful when your wrist gets swollen in a hotter environment. But it's not the best system to operate, and you get only one extension option. The Tudor Stiffit system is much better for comparison. Having spent some time with the watch, I can see why people are choosing the older Explorer 36 instead of the current model. I feel like the case proportions are better there, while from the movement and technical point of view, the modern version is the superior one. Aside from those things I was nitpicking about, the watch is really great. A masterpiece, if you will. Brilliant and timeless design. True versatility. The watch can be worn for almost every occasion. The glossy black dial together with white hands, numerals and markers provides perfect legibility. The watch is powered by the 3230 COSC certified chronometer movement with 70 hours of power reserve and a stated accuracy of -2 + 2 seconds per day. I had this watch for a week and the accuracy was great. The case is made of 904L stainless steel. The watch has 100 meters of water resistance and a screw-down crown. All of that together makes the Rolex Explorer 36 a great everyday watch. It has a rightful icon status, but feels like in many cases people overlook those issues or prefer not to talk about them. But I think it's important to try to look at the watch as objectively as possible, saying that the Explorer 36 is one of my favorite Rolex and a watch. After spending some time with it, I can say I still love the watch. Despite all those small imperfections, it is still one of my grail watches. It's the least flashy Rolex and that's what I love about it. It still has the true tool watch look and character. It can also easily be an exit watch. Although I don't really like the term, so let's call it one and only watch. Here. It can easily be your one and only watch. But let me know what you think about this iconic watch. Do you think the issues I mentioned are valid, or am I just nitpicking about nothing? Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. I will see you next time. Bye now and take care.